Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I haven't posted in a while, but there's no excuses, like generally it's just lack of motivation. But a couple of weeks ago, I was watching The Crown. I know it's like really late, I know, I get that. And I came across this episode where, uh, basically I came across an episode and it made me feel things. And I recorded, this is an audio recording just so I could have it in my mind for when I wanted to talk about it in an actual video. But following that, I realized that I am no longer in the field, so I can't really talk about it the way I want to talk about it. So today's video is going to be very different. I am going to meditate because this is Mental Health Awareness Month. I think this is the last day for Mental Health Awareness Week. And it does talk about like how I feel about certain things, and I thought like, let's meditate while you kind of listen to me soliloquize and just look at me. Plus I have like the feeling octopus, which I bought yesterday. So just kind of like, hopefully you stay till the end, because at the end I kind of ask like, help me to go through my feelings. If you have any thoughts, put it down in the comments, and as always, please like, subscribe, share, comment. And without any further ado, let's get right to it. Hello and welcome back to my channel. Yes, we've been off for a while, but like, let's not focus on the past. Been stuck inside for, imagine I'm about to celebrate, by the time this upload, I have celebrated 2 birthdays. Stuck inside alone, which is like, oh my god. Anyway, I am late to the party, but I am watching The Crown. I know, like, was I under a rock or something? But right, like, as at the time I'm like doing this, we're trying to like reflect on the fact that I'm watching season 2 episode 9, which focuses on Charles's schooling and how like Philip was a big part of it. Like, he was the director of the whole thing, and how he was like, Charles had to go to this school because the school made him and was going to toughen him up and everything. And I was just honestly like thinking, and I was like, in my youth I did attend a number of schools for a variety of different reasons, but reflecting back on that, like, there was a very clear, at the moment, like when I was that age, I did not realize it, but in the future, like, we began to notice like the controlling hands, that whenever I changed school, whatever school I went to, like, there was a very clear decision, like, as to, and when I say decision, I'm like mother versus father, and each one, like, my mom knew what she wanted from a school, and my dad knew what he wanted from a school. And this is like self-therapy. And like with discussions with my mom, like, whenever I changed school and I ended up at a school that she wanted, which was basically most of the time, let's say all of the time, it was because, like, she was like, she felt that if I moved to a new school I would do better in a holistic sense, like academically, or that I would flourish. but and every time, well, not the time when my dad's real input really was like, I was soft and I needed to toughen up, just like Philip, which is one of the reasons why like this episode is like seriously vibing with me. And like just thinking, like it's very, like we're adults now, so like it was, I don't want to say traumatic, but like if I were to talk to a therapist, he would probably phrase it that way. Not because of like any failings. It's just like, at what point do you start to consider like, okay, this child is an entity of his own. What, how can we build this child, or not build this child, how can we help this child to grow in his personality and flourish, instead of this is how you need to be because I am that way, or because I believe you have to be that way. So like that has been what I think, that is like, my dad says he loves me, and I believe that, but I think like one major disappointment with me is the fact that I am not the son he, let's put it blatantly, I don't think I'm the son. Like I don't think I grew up to be the son he wanted. He wanted somebody tough, hyper masculine, somebody who worked without complaint, not me. So like he spent a lot of time trying to make me that like very tough, very stoic, very hard person. And every time I didn't turn out that way, like shit happened. And I'm just seriously thinking like it's very difficult to remove my present self in the reviewing of past information, but like you can only see the lens, the past through the lens of the present, unless you're American and you're like, no, all lives matter, etc., etc. But like seeing it through the lens of the present, with where we're redefining what masculinity is. What was going on at that time that was like, no, you had to be a man, you had to toughen up, you can't be weak. Like when I recorded this so that I could have it down, because I had some other stuff to do, like putting it down in the brain map, like I was on the scene where Philip was literally shouting at his child, like, don't be so weak, because the child was afraid of turbulence. And my brain is like, what has to be going on in your head that you think it is weak? What is in the child's head is, by some miracle of technology, this metal tube, loud, like fucking loud metal tube, is moving through the air. No, he doesn't know physics. He just knows there is a metal tube in the air and it is shaking and could fall at any moment. Like, what is in your head that you think that child being afraid of turbulence is weak? Like, so, like, it's times like this when, like, I genuinely think that I don't really have the constitution to raise kids. Because, like, every time I think about it, I have this argument within myself. Like, am I going to be like my dad, who's amazing? Like, hats off to him when he is amazing. He's amazing. Or am I going to be like the other way? And I'm like, I don't think I can do that. Like, make that choice. Like, what will happen when I'm at like that point where I have to make a decision and react like my dad, or the way I want to react, or I would prefer to react in this mindset? Like, we don't know what's going to happen in the future, but the way I would prefer to react right now from this mindset, which one will win? Like, historically, whenever I've been faced with certain behavioral decisions, I find myself leaning towards like the side of my dad, which sometimes gives me cause for concern, and I'm like, what? Oh my, like, you see, like, we have derailed from, like, whenever I think about this, we end up derailing. The whole idea was like the crown was making me vibe a certain way, and I just like needed to like kind of like let that out. There is really no conclusion. It's just questions till infinity. Anyways, thank you for listening to me ramble. I know this is very different. On the law of averages, it's not really that different from previous content that I put out. But anyway, thank you for listening to me ramble for a couple of minutes. If you have answers or you have thoughts, put them in the comment section. Thank you for watching again. Hopefully it's kind of like brought questions, but like, have you had any such experiences? Do you feel like if things have been different in your past, you'd be different now? I don't really know. Like, for me, I have no idea. I think it's because like you can never like really know. It's always like maybe. But these are just the thoughts that are in my head, and I'm sharing them with you. So once again, thank you. If you've gotten to the end, please comment. I don't want to say no comment is bad, but like, comment. Let's see your thoughts. And remember to like and subscribe. Thank you.